So, I would like to start a new series. I would like to play an instant tournament consisting of 8 bridge hands every weekend, and I hope I get a score above 50% compared to all other participants of this quick tournament. But we will play this at a quite reasonable pace, I hope. Let's see, we do have in this first hand 60 high card points. 16 high card points, which would, at least in our German system, suggest a 1-0 trump opening, and we stop the club suit at the opponent's bid, which is also very important, so I don't see anything speaking against it, and we play 1-0 trump. We will play with my family again tonight, and usually, to be brutally honest, when with my family we don't play contracts on the one level, simply because we play for total points, and one level contracts just aren't exciting enough. So we usually just claim these instantly and move on to more interesting hands. But actually, 1-0 trump contracts are, when you play in a tournament setting or in match point setting, quite interesting, I think. So let's see. So in no trump contracts, I like to split the suits and analyze the suits individually, basically. So we can establish two tricks in spades, no problem. We can also establish two tricks in clubs, but our two longest suits are actually hearts and diamonds. So I think that should be the two suits we should play on to some extent, particularly hearts, I think. Well, it cannot hurt to play the jack on this one. If East has the queen, so be it, but the jack would have never made a trick in that case anyway, and if East doesn't, well, we have an extra club trick to show. No, we don't. Now's the question, do we let this one go, or... I'm actually tempted to let it go, to be brutally honest, since there is no suit I particularly fear the opponent's playing. Clubs might be actually the most dangerous for us, which strongly suggests that you should duck that. So now I wanted to play on hearts, and maybe around his first heart trick, I think the opponents will win that one anyway, either with the queen or with the ace. So I think I will keep the 9 up there, or... yeah. Maybe the 9 can serve as an entry for a later finesse against East. I should have played the 8. I'm sorry, I should have played the 10 or the jack simply so that the 9 could possibly set up a second finesse. I'm dumb when I talk. I'm sorry. Yeah, not really fond of all these spades in dummy. And also the hearts, I think I can do away with one now. West playing a spade is actually quite nice, since this does provide a second spade trick for us. Now we don't have a useful way to reach dummy anyway, so let's just establish another heart trick, I think, or should we switch to diamonds? Both seem reasonable. Let's go for another heart trick, I think. We could have... No, we don't have our 7 tricks yet, unfortunately. We do need another trick in some way, but I don't want to touch the diamond suit necessarily. I want the opponents to touch that one for me. Yeah, so now the hearts are gone. So we can pretty safely cash this final heart right now. That's 5. The ace of clubs would be 6, but we need 7 tricks, unfortunately, and I really should have set up that hard finesse. So yeah, let me switch to the queen. Oh, so the opponents will play spades now, but whenever they return to clubs or diamonds, I think we're good. Yeah, but they have another spade. Ah, I really messed this one up. I'm sorry. Yeah, one down, which we shouldn't have gone down. We should have just actually made contract. Yeah, 21.4%. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. 14, 15. Okay, so we do have the right strength for 1 trump, but not the right distribution. So let me just open one in the minor suit, in this case diamond. So this double is actually, I think, a negative double, yes. It's basically just a one heart reply when the one heart reply was not available. So we would of course like to confirm the heart fit. 3 hearts, yeah, 4 hearts is a bit too ambitious, I think. But North bids 4 hearts, that's fine. So he should have something more than absolute minimum, yeah. He has 9 high card points with the lengthening clubs. And 6 was the minimum, so that's alright. Now let me see how the opponents bid actually. So West opened the spade behind my 1 diamond opening. So West, we should expect West to hold more high card points than East, I think. Also, this 4 of clubs lead might very well be a singleton, so we really shouldn't let East win a trick if we can avoid it somehow. Yeah, I will let this one go because I will catch one of East's honors, which is fine, but now I don't want East to return any clubs anymore. Although, that doesn't really hurt, does it? Because, yeah, West can ruff, but if East is forced to return clubs, that would also mean he needs to abandon his Jack of Clubs trick. So, if we play clubs later, we have to surrender the Jack of Clubs. If East plays clubs earlier, West gets a ruff, but in either case, we lose 1 trick, so it doesn't really matter. I would actually rather give West a ruff, since that would also shorten his trumps, obviously. So I will finesse against West in the hard suit. Or I won't, since East showed up with 4 hearts, unfortunately. So now I think we have to rely on the club finesse. So I won't continue with trumps now, because I want to ruff some diamonds at least. Yeah, this is not going well either. This one will go to East. Oh no, it won't. Okay. That's a nice surprise. So there is cross-ruffing potential right now. So one idea would be to just ruff diamonds twice, ruff spades twice, and cash 2 club tricks, which would amount to our 10 tricks we need. We don't need to draw East's trumps after all, but that only works if we can cash those 2 club tricks, and I'm not really sure how. Because I assume West will also be out of clubs right now. No, he won't. Okay, so I will have to take this finesse. I'm not feeling comfortable, but I have to. Yeah, that didn't work out too well. But at least now I know the club finesse does work. So I want to be in Southend to facilitate the club finesse. So I want to keep the jack. A spade. We will rough that one. And then we will have to just rely on the club finesse, basically. There goes the jack. We will still go one down, unfortunately, but it's only one down, so... It could have been worse, I suppose. But still, it won't be a great score anyway. Yeah, but we are over 50%, so it wasn't too awful. I guess many have gone two down, actually. So we have 15 high card points, but not an equal distribution. So I will just open one in the minor, in this case one club. Now, West doesn't take out double, and East has over 9 high card points and his preference for the spade suit. I want to bid no trump now, simply to show my partner that I do have a solid spade stopper, so I'm not worried about that. Yeah, I don't have diamonds, but maybe that doesn't hurt after all. And the opponents go to 4 spades. This seems awfully ambitious, and I'm very tempted to double. Since if they don't have a chicane in hearts or clubs, we just have 4 high card tricks immediately. And we can also lead our singleton. Maybe we get a ruff. Yeah, this seems like a standard double any day of the week. Especially on Sunday, which it is today. Okay. So let's lead our singleton, because we will always get the lead at some point. So the ace of clubs doesn't actually provide yet. And neither does the ace of hearts. That's very unfortunate. I could sort of live with one of them not providing, but both seems a bit harsh. Yeah, I think they might be in a good shape to just cross ruff right now. I should have drawn trumps immediately, I guess, to prevent exactly this from happening. Yeah, I'm stupid. Should have just drawn at least one round of trumps. Because I already gave them 9 tricks with nothing. But well, they will go down after all, I think. Since I can draw the trumps. Yeah, they don't have any. This should have been 3 down, 4 down at least. It's down, but it's not a good down. 15 points, and our partner opens a club. Alright. I think now we should really improve. It surprises me that we are still at 63% with this terrible performance, actually. I should have just let the ace of trumps. And then let the singleton diamond. So we do have 16 high card points. I'm tempted to just go 1 diamond, since I think I'm actually too strong to jump to 3 down trump immediately. I mean, it would be a possibility, but I much rather do that with like 14 high card points than with 16, because with 16 there is potential that we could miss out on a slam in that case. So 1 diamond At least it's forcing one heart. Yeah, so do I jump to 3-note trump right now? Yeah, 3-note trump. Okay. I don't think we missed out on a slam. No, we don't, but it was a possibility, so let's see now. We should analyze the suit separately, like we do in no trump. Our two longest suits are hearts and spades. Those are probably the ones we should play on. We can finesse doubly in spades, actually. We play the king first and then finesse to the 9. And if that doesn't hold, we can also finesse to the jack after that. That seems quite tempting. I don't want to touch diamonds yet. I'd much rather have the opponent lead diamond for us. So maybe 3 tricks in spades, 2 in hearts, 3 in clubs, 1 in diamonds. That would be 3-note trump. That seems reasonable. Yeah, so I will win this in, I think, in hand. Since I do have enough hand entries in clubs or in diamonds. So I can immediately attack the spade suit from the high card from the short side first, should be automatic. And maybe the 10 or the queen actually falls. No, it doesn't. Okay, let's lead another spade. There comes the 10. Now we take that one with the jack. Alright, he produces the queen. That doesn't really matter since now we do have 2 sure spade tricks, and also those 2 tricks will draw all the remaining spades, so we don't need to worry about losing a stopper or anything. Those are just 2 tricks. We can easily cash. The question is, what should we do after that? And probably finesse the hearts, I think. Or should we play hard for length and just play the queen and jack separately and just surrender the king? I think that might also be quite a tempting option, actually. We do still stop the club suit, so there's no immediate need for us. Yeah, I will win this one in dummy right now, I think. And just play the hearts normally, like play the ace first and then surrender to the king by crossing to the queen. Maybe the hearts, we do have 2 sure heart tricks this way. And maybe the hearts do split 3-3. In which case we get a 3rd heart trick. So let me catch my 2 spade tricks first now. And then hope for 2 heart tricks. Yeah, this heart isn't worth anything, of course. West discards 2 diamonds. Okay, interesting. Now let's see if the hearts split or not. No, they don't. So West has a heart trick right now in hand. So I think it would be safest now to actually just catch the ace. And then surrender the last 2 tricks. We just want to ensure the contract. Nothing more, nothing less. In case the hearts did split, we could try the finesse in diamonds after that, but not now. Yeah, this is a problem with the match point approach. Maybe in match points it didn't actually matter that much if I made my contract or not. What matters in match point, the overtrick matters just as much, actually. Which I find a weird approach, to be brutally honest. So why have the contract in the first place when it matters just as much if you make an overtrick or not? Why have contract bridge at all? But Maybe that's just me. Uh, in imps, I would have totally played the safe route. And in total points, like I do with my family, of course, also. So let's see, we now have. I count this one as 17 high card points. I have 3 aces. Which is 12 high card points and a king. 15. 15, and I count 2 for the length in spades. Because we are 2 longer than 4. We have 6 spades. So for every card longer than 4, I count 1 high card point. Basically. So this is 17 high card points, and I don't count the jack of diamonds as a singleton. That high card is worth nothing. The king of diamonds, you could argue, is worth 1 point maybe. But if it was singleton, but the jack singleton is worth nothing. So this is 17 count for me. And I just open the spade, obviously. The rest bids 2 diamonds. Okay, so no trump is out of the picture since we don't have a diamond stopper. Yeah, I will just repeat my spade suit since I have 6 of them. And North does the invite to 4 spades. Now North denied having 8 high card points, unfortunately. Since he would have bid some. No, I'm not sure if he would have doubled with 8 high card points. Not really sure he would. If he didn't have a spade fit, obviously. And I do have some values in the singleton diamond, so not in the jack, but in the fact that it is a singleton. So yeah, I will go the risky route and bid 4 spades. I'm not sure that's the correct call, and I'm not sure I would have done that if it weren't a Bridgemaster free tournament, but it's the right call. We immediately surrender a diamond trick, doesn't matter. Since it's very obvious, we draw trumps and then we draw hearts. Beginning, of course, with the high card from the short side. In spades, that's the queen. In hearts, that will be the ace. I'm also quite willing to such surrender a spade trick. In case they split 4-1, just to keep communications open. Yeah, they split 4-1. Okay, so I'm actually quite open to just drawing trumps and surrendering a spade trick voluntarily to East, even though East's spade is high. But I just want to do this to keep open the communication and because I do have enough trick potential in hearts. If I didn't have those strong hearts in dummy, obviously I wouldn't have done this. Yeah, we turn the diamond, we invest our last trump, we play our 2 aces, and we can claim the rest in dummy. Since we drew East's last trump. Alright. That was a quite an easy one, I think, with an overtrick. Maybe not everyone made the overtrick, I can hope. Yeah, I must really accommodate for this match point count method. Because I should have really finessed for the overtrick, even though it would have unnecessarily risked our 3-0 trump contract. But we lost a lot on that. So this is just a 2 diamond bid, isn't it? 2 clubs. Obviously, not diamonds. So the partner bids diamonds. Alright, so So East is the one opening a spade, so I'm not all that worried about the spade suit in no trumps. So obviously the game we would prefer with even with a long minor suit is 3 no trumps. That's way easier to make usually than 5 clubs in this case. The question is just, do we have enough stoppers? And partner stops the diamond suit. And we are behind East spade opening, so I'm pretty confident about the spade suit. We need to take a gamble on the heart suit. But I think 3 no trump is actually the correct call. Because I'm not really sure what else to play, and we are not vulnerable, so. Yeah, the opponent leads spades, which is good for us. And as soon as we get the lead, we have 9 tricks in hand. We have 7 club tricks, the ace of hearts, and the king of spades. So I do think 3 no trump was actually the correct bit in this case. Also by far the most natural bit. So let's see. I will cast the club suit first. Maybe. Yeah, I will keep the 9 of spades in dummy. Why not? So the opponents have to keep the jack of spades in hands. And also keep the king of diamonds intact. But I can discard basically every other diamond except for the king. The clubs do split, which was important. So the queen will draw the last club from west. And now just see what they discard. This is not a squeeze situation or anything like that, but... And most likely we will just make our 9 tricks and call it a day. But you never know. So East discards a lot of his spades, which is good, since he won't have that many potential to cash his spades when he gains the lead. West mostly discards diamonds, also fine. Yeah, I think I can do away with my spade now. So does East. There weren't many hearts discarded. So actually, yeah, I will just cash. The ace of hearts cross back to the queen of hearts. Maybe the opponents are forced to give the jack of hearts a trick. I'm not really sure, but... Yeah, probably not. Yeah, but we made our 9 tricks. That was the goal in the first place. And it gained us some points, 60.7%. Can we get above 2/3, above 66.6? That would be really nice. So let's see, we have 5-5 in the majors. We have, I count this one as a 15 count. So we have 14 high card points. We have 2 length points, one in spades and one in hearts. So, because we have one card above 4 in each suit, so that's 16, but I discount 1 point for the club suit, which is undefended. So, the king and queen are actually vulnerable. So, I count this as a 15 count and open the spade. Partner with 2 hearts, which shows a 5 card heart also. At over 12 high card points. Let's see, so this is getting awkwardly close to slam territory, I should say. Because we have 10 trumps in hearts. So we can immediately add 3 high card points for that, I think. But we can't have the length in hearts point anymore. So let's see, we have 14 high card points. Plus one additional point for the spade is 15. But I deduct a point for the clubs, so I'm back at 14. Now I do have two extra trumps, 10 trumps, so that's three extra points in my book. So we're back at 18, and I will count 2 points for the singleton diamond. In a trump contract, obviously. So that's 20 high card points, and partner has at least 12. So we had 32, we need 33 for 6 hearts. So it's very tempting to go for 6 hearts, actually. The question is, should we check something else first? It doesn't really make sense to check for stoppers, because we have all the controls. The opponents can't make 2 tricks out of the gate in a single suit, except for trumps. And you don't check for controls in trumps, because that one is also covered by the key cards. So is 4 no trumps now, actually? Just blackwoods on hearts? It is. And I think this is the right call. So East gives a lead double on clubs, so East wants his partner to lead him a club, which he didn't need to do, actually, since he will lead the first trick anyway in hearts. So partner has 0 or 3 key cards, most likely 3. So we do still miss 1 key card, so we can't ever bid 7 hearts, but we can bid 6 hearts. Which we should do. Yeah, we miss an ace, so obviously there was no option of 7 hearts. And 6 hearts seems a bit ambitious. Especially since we can't afford to end play any opponent. So I'm not really sure what to do with the spade loser yet. Because there's also no squeeze potential, unfortunately, in the club suit. Neither of us has a club left. This would be nice if the opponents were to lead clubs. They would play into our double void, but we can't afford to let the opponents take the lead even once, so that's not an option either. So we need to play the spade suit without a loser. It's possible if the queen is in the doubleton. Unlikely, but that's possible. Is there a better chance yet? We can't really finesse, unfortunately. Finesse by leading the jack from north. If East has the queen, he will just cover. And now we are in the same predicament because we don't have the 10. And obviously if West then has the queen, we are immediately down already. So I think our only chance is to hope that the queen is in the doubleton. Not a great chance to play a slam on brutally, but I can play. I can play 4 rounds of hearts first. Not that that will bring me any good, since the opponents will. Maybe 3 rounds is enough. Yeah, let's just draw the trumps and then test the spades. Don't see anything better to do, unfortunately. So there goes one spade from east, suggesting that the queen might be with west. Yeah, I don't see any point in playing another round of trumps. They can both just discard clubs if they want to. Okay, so the 10 is gone, which is very not good because now that's very unlikely that East has the queen, since he wouldn't have discarded the spade in that scenario. Yeah, no. This was never working out, I think. Yeah, we can claim the west, of course, but we're one down. Just cross off the final two tricks. Could we have played this any better? I doubt it. Should we have just settled for 4 hearts? I mean, that seems so unambitious, 4 hearts with this hand. But maybe it was the correct call after all. So we have 15 high card points in this hand. 14 plus the additional point for the length in spades. Obviously we are not equally distributed. So we open one in the suit, in this case one spade. 1 no trump, 6 to 11. Yeah. I mean, can we invite with 2 no trumps? It's a very, very ambitious invite, but well, it's the last game of a tournament, so why not? I mean, I wouldn't have done this in a real bridge tournament, I would have just passed. But partner does have 11, okay. So maybe there's a chance for 3 no trumps. We do have 4 short tricks in hearts. And after this trick, also 3 short tricks in diamonds. Oh no, not 3, but 2 no tricks. We could finesse for a third. I don't really want to play clubs. I don't see a point in that, since we have to lead away from the others. Not good. So 4 tricks in hearts. 2 or 3 in diamonds. They're still missing a lot. So we need to play some spade finesses, and I think I will. I want the opponents to lead clubs at some point. Or diamonds. Yeah, so I will finesse the spades. Okay, the ace falls immediately, which is nice. And the ace of clubs, which is even nicer. So now we do have a sure club trick and a sure spade trick. And if we now make 3 diamond tricks, I think we're there. The opponents exit passively. So I'm tempted to just win this one in hand and maybe go test the spades. Not really sure yet what that accomplishes. I could also go for 4 rounds of hearts and then just exiting diamonds. Because the opponents will need to make discards. No, 3 rounds of hearts. I still want to keep an entry to the king of clubs if necessary. I think I want to keep the entry to the closed hand. Playing another heart, does that really accomplish anything? That's the question. East will just follow hearts. And West might just discard a club. Not really sure what that does for us. I assume East has the ace of diamonds. No, West does. Well played, West. So West already did discard a club. I somehow want to squeeze West, but not really sure how. Yeah, maybe I will let this one go actually. Or should I win the jack? Not really sure. Maybe I win the jack. Yes, that was the right choice. So now I have 2 club tricks, 2 heart tricks, a spade trick, and a diamond trick, which accounts for my 9 tricks. And maybe a squeeze against West will be fruitful. Let's remember East discarded a diamond. I've also seen West discarding diamonds on hearts, I think. So I would really want to just cross back in hearts. And then look what spades and diamonds give us. West discards a spade. Yeah, let's test the diamond first. Another spade discard from West, so East stops the diamonds. And West now stops both the spades and clubs, yeah, so we should just catch the 2 tricks and call it a day. Yeah. Alright. But we made a game. I'm quite satisfied with this end, actually. We didn't quite make 60%, unfortunately. 59.82. Alright, I can live with that, but I hope to get above 60 next week. Alright. Have a nice Sunday. I will make me some lunch now, and see you next week. Bye.